Alrighty, kids, as you can see, I am here with my buddy Mike. And in this video, we're going to address why some guys come to the Philippines and it seems to just fit them. It just fits them like a glove. And why some people come over here and it doesn't. And so I want to just preface this by saying that Mike and I both agree that if somebody comes over here and doesn't like it, that doesn't mean that they're a loser or that they've
failed at anything.
They failed. That's not a fail. That's a victory, because you came over here and you put your toe in the water, and deciding that it's not right for you is no crime whatsoever. Just because it worked for Joe doesn't mean it's going to work for Bob. And so I think I want to talk about Bob. Bob's the guy that comes over here, Mike, and he just can't, it's just not his thing. So what do you think are the contributing factors that the Philippines has or doesn't have that causes Bob to say, this ain't for me, I'm going to get back on the plane and do whatever?
Well, on that aspect, it's probably because he's so used to his Western lifestyle. And he comes there, everything is totally different here. You know, the heat, the humidity at times, the bureaucracy, the red tape, things take longer, out of stock. Some guys get so angry at out of stock. And a lot of it is they can't let go of the life that they have, and they're trying to bring it here. They're trying to live that exact same lifestyle here, but they won't accept that it's different here. You know,
where do you think they got that impression?
I think it's just built into them that the Philippines is great, from bloggers, from travel channels, National Geographic. I don't know where they see all this, and it just, they're thinking, oh, I can go there and I can handle it's a beautiful beach. I want to go walk that beach. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun's straight up, burning down on you. Nobody else is on the beach but you, because it's so hot.
Right.
And, you know, and they're going to complain it's so hot. And it's just they're not prepared mentally for the changes. You get set in your ways. Most of us coming over are older. We're preset. This is what we like. We like our meat cooked this way.
Right.
We don't like this.
Right.
And it's a lot of failures. Their expectations are too high.
Higher expectations. Yes. Okay. So they've been
programmed,
believing what they want to hear, and setting up a scenario that when they get there, it's going to be just like that because they watched a video or they read an article or whatever, and it sounds like heaven on earth. They get here, and for whatever reason, it's not their version of heaven. How much do you think a man's personality or attitude plays into that? I mean, there's people like myself that are fairly stoic and pragmatic, and then there's other guys that have temperaments that, you know, snap like that. Do you think that factors in?
Yes. You know, you've heard this 100 times. Patience, that's not even the right word. It's extreme patience to be here. And you have to just accept the fact that you're waiting in line for an hour and it's your turn next, and this older Filipino woman walks right in front of you because she's senior. No matter what age you are, she's a Filipina and she's senior, and and you could get aggravated. Your patience ran out. And these things can build up in a course of a day, especially if you have a bad day. And it's that patience. You have to leave everything behind. When you get off that plane, you have to just come, put a smile on your face, be a good person, and just accept what is happening. Don't be abused, of course, but you have to just accept that 5 guys are going to come to help you take your luggage out to the cab. And, you know, it's just the way the Philippines is.
What do you think happens, or what's the biggest difference between if you were to stay here for 3 months and the first 30 days compared to the last 30 days? What do you think happens to the guy that eventually decides that it's not for me?
I think he is boiled over in the negativism of the Philippines. He'll complain about the traffic. He'll complain about the sidewalks, and he'll complain about everything. And when you sit and you join them for lunch or something, that is the topic of conversation, is all the negative stuff that's going on. He's not going to make it. He might stay here a long time. You know, he found a little hottie and he's enjoying that part of life. But life in general isn't happy for him. And he is more likely to give up and go
Okay.
back.
And again, no shame in that.
No,
You
no.
know,
You make a memory. You come here. My God, to get off the couch and to come here. So
Right.
many people watch these videos. And guys, you're out there and you know this, are watching this. And because of health reasons or family obligations or finances, you can't come. So let's give credit to those who dig in deep and try it. Try something new.
One last thing on Bob, the guy that leaves. Do you think that lack of preparation has anything to do with that?
I think it has a lot to do with it to some point, but I think sometimes if you're preparing too long, your expectations are higher. You're looking for something much better than what you're going to get. Sometimes you just got to, get the plane ticket, make sure you've got all the things you need. You know, we talk about all the time, your mail, your phone, your banking, have that all down pat.
Right.
But coming here, I think it's better if you don't expect anything more than a hotel room and to go out and meet new people.
So I guess the key takeaway is if you feel like you're going to fit into that category, if you're still going to get on the plane, would be to lower your expectations.
Lower your expectations. And the plane ride's going to lower it for you. That 14 hours or so is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that'll not. Yeah,
Especially if you get a fat
Yeah.
guy like me sitting next to
yeah,
you.
yeah. That'll settle you down for the first 24
4
hours.
hours.
You're going to
Yes.
appreciate that mattress no matter where it is. All right, let's trick over to what I call him Bill. Bill's the guy that comes over here and it fits him like a glove. It's the fit. What is it about Bill that's different from our friend Bob that we
I
just
think
talked about?
his personality and his adventurism, that he's willing to try something new without any expectations of what's going to happen. It's like people say, you want to eat some balut? And everybody right off the bat, no, I ain't eating balut. You're not eating balut. I'm not eating balut. But there's that guy that will try anything one time.
Yeah.
And I think he's the guy that will survive better in the long run.
Okay.
Try it once, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't.
Okay. And what else is it about these guys that come over and it fits them? Is it the fact that they took a lot of time to prepare? Is it the fact that they is it their personality? Is it circumstance? What do you think is?
I think if things are going not bad in your life, but you need a big change in your life, and they want that change, that they're going to work harder at making it work for them. People who want to bring that Western, whatever lifestyle you had back home here, and you want everything to be like that. You want, police on the road with giving tickets and doing this kind of stuff. But if you come here and you just accept the life that's here, and you're looking for a better life or to fit into this life.
Has there ever been a time where you've said, "Chuck it, I'm sick of this place. I want to go"?
Yeah, I have. I've sat on my couch. I said, I could sell all this stuff in a month, and do I want to go back? And I look at what's back there. Where would I go? First, I try to think, what city would I go to? Well, I'm going to go to Las Vegas. It's an action city. I'm old, but I'm not dead. I still
Right.
like a lot of action. But then I start adding up the costs. I'm going to have to get a job. And I don't mean talking on YouTube or something. I'm going to have to go be a greeter at Walmart, check your receipt
Yeah.
or something. The cost of living is so much higher. And it has grounded me that I've been here 4 years now. It's not a lot. And we're raining on, but
We're getting rain.
We're getting-
so I hope you can hear us.
yeah. The 4 years is not a lot of time. You've been here 8+ years. This
Yeah.
other guy's been here 10+ years.
And you've been here how long?
4 years this month.
When did you know that it was your home? When did you know? I'm assuming it is. Is number one, is it your home? And number two, when did you figure that out?
It's definitely my home. I just signed a new 2-year lease, so
Okay.
I'm here to April of 2028. And I think after I left Behold and I came to Dumaguete, after 2 months in Dumaguete fit me like a glove. It was what I wanted, something in the middle, not the big city, not the province, but both are close, and I can go see both.
What do you think the strong points of Dumaguete are?
The strongest point of Dumaguete is I think the ease of getting around from one place to another, not transportation wise, but if you want to go to the beach or you want to go to the mountains or you want to go downtown where the action is, all those are just minutes away. You know, and you can do multiple trips in a day. If you live in a big city and you want to go to the beach, this is a pack your bags, go somewhere. Here you can go to the beach in the morning in Darwin, go swimming, go up to Chosen Cafe for lunch up here in the mountains. And then at night you can end up in North Point and listening to karaoke and disco music and having a nice meal. All in one day if you really want to.
You know, I think those are all strong points. And something I was thinking about before I met you here today, we're at Forest Camp. And this is a beautiful place. Pools, restaurant. I mean, I'd like to show you. My wife's done a million videos, so tune into her channel. She'll show you Forest Camp like you've never seen before.
And you'll have better scenery than what you're going to get with us.
Yeah. But it was $3 to get in here for the
200
day.
pesos, whatever that comes out to.
Yeah, it's $3, I think. Call it 4. I don't know.
The coffee costs more than you get in.
Yeah, and so it's an all-day pass. We even got a little stamp on our wrist here. Or I do, and he's got one on his hand. And so you can come and go, you can in, you're out, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I can't think of a nicer place to come. And we're here on a quiet day and read a book or just sit back and do a video like we're doing and get out of the house. It's just, it's so serene. There's no place like this in Vegas.
No.
And I was getting to thinking about, you know, how when I first moved here to come into Forest Camp, it was 40 pesos. And now it's 200 pesos. And then I got to thinking, well, what's a parking space cost in LA?
Oh my God.
You know, when you put the coins in the meter or whatever.
They don't want coins no more. It's debit cards.
Whatever
now,
it is you do, you go to a parking garage and it's like $30 for I don't know what. And that's always my reality check, you know. When I piss and moan about the prices of things going up, why? We're not talking about big money. And speaking of money, what do you think guys do over here that, we'll go back to Bob. What do you think they do failures with their money? What's the contributor to that? Because that's one of the biggest things you hear about is guys going broke or guys going flat out. What do you contribute that to?
there's a lot of guys come, not a lot, but there's guys that come here and they don't stay in control of their money. You know, they let their newest partner or their overspend control their money. Your job, people say, I need a job or something. They got to say, your job is your money. You know, you get a check every month or whatever you get. It's your job to save money, spend it properly, and, you know, and that's your job. The ones who fail right away, usually it's a financial situation. Maybe they were too generous with somebody. They got taken for something that they were hoping would be a better life for them. But your finances, you have to be the man in charge of your finances.
I agree. I look at my finances daily.
Yes.
I count my money daily, not like a miser down in the basement. You know,
I got the centavos. I got 60 centavo, and you know, No, I count my money. I watch it like a hawk. Not that I'm not afraid to spend money, but I always want. I'm in charge of it. And people who tell me, "Oh, I don't have any money this month because I bought this, or I let somebody some money, or I did this." You can't do that. You know, you have to. And finances is the big thing, and that's also the other guy who is the success here.
Yeah.
That financial freedom that you can achieve.
Yeah.
On a smaller income here.
Yeah. My 2 cents on that whole thing about why guys go bust out here is very simple. It's impulse control. They jump in feet first into something they know nothing about, and they think that it's going to be all great because they've got that Superman complex with the cape on, that they're going to swoop in and save the day and lift the damsel in distress out of distress. And it ends up being their kryptonite as opposed to, you know, their superpower.
Yeah.
And so I would say constantly, nonstop, and I'm going to keep saying it till the day I die, is for guys coming out here, the key, I think, to my success and your success, if whatever you want to call success, is we slow down, being more pragmatic. If there's a big decision to make, you do what you want to do. But my process is if I have a big decision to make, I give it 3 days minimum, and it'll be there in 3 days. That thing I want to buy, that thing I want to do, that place I want to go, and I want to think it through. And I want to play it like a game of chess, where I'm thinking 1 or 2 or 3, 4 steps ahead. What if this happens and that happens? What's the worst case scenario if I take a trip tomorrow to Vietnam? What can go wrong? Okay. If I go out with a girl, and of course that's out the window these days with me, but same philosophy. Think it through, and down the line, I think the guys that run into obstacles, problems, pressures are playing checkers. They're just, jumping real quick and capturing the next checker, as opposed to plotting it out and thinking it through.
You have to think through, one, the successful ones usually find a place to live before they get overly involved with somebody. And I'm not saying an apartment or a house, but even a location. Dumaguete's not for everybody. There's no way everybody likes living here. If you're, still you got those wild oats and you want to, date a lot of women and stuff, Dumaguete's not the place to come hang out.
Right.
Stay in the bigger city.
Yeah.
Dumaguete is more for once you decide you want to live and you're going to just pick one spot to live. But you have to decide that you're happy with the life that you've chosen here. And life can change. You can be happy today doing this, and then tomorrow you're happy doing something else. But you have to be in control of that.
And you need to be flexible.
Very flexible. You got to be able to change directions quickly.
Anything else come to mind?
Oh, other than, the biggest failure rate of people coming over here is when I talk to them before they leave, they can't handle the inconveniences, the power outages. One of our friends just left Dumaguete and they moved to Cebu. And he wrote on Facebook, the power outages were getting to him, the lost internet. I don't get water from like 11 at night to 3:30 in the morning. I have no water. So if you're sick or you need, toilet water or a shower or something, you can't do that. There's a lot of inconveniences in every city has different, but the town he chose is very dirty. The roads are bad, they're muddy, and people throw trash on the roads. There's no perfect place in the Philippines. Same thing back home. There's no perfect place. Some people love Manhattan, and some people, what was that, Green Acres?
Yeah.
Give me Manhattan, give me the countryside. You have to find what's perfect for you, or at least close enough to perfect.
And what I found is that for myself, I'll refer to myself, is after it took a long time, this was not an overnight thing for me, but for every obstacle that Mike just mentioned, there's a workaround. If you're worried about traffic, I've got to figure it out to where I don't run into any traffic because I choose my times and the days that I leave the house.
And you learn the shortcuts around it.
If I have a brownout, well, guess what? I bought a generator. So if I need to, if I have to have internet or if I have to have air conditioning, I can fire up the generator. And I could go on and on and on and on. But that is not something that happened overnight with me. I bought the generator last year.
Well, you waited the 3 days times 360.
I also waited for a guy to be leaving town, and I bought it half price. So,
best
like I said, I'm down there counting my dollars. Like, okay, I can get this thing at half price.
The best deals are when people are leaving town, guys, and they have a garage sale.
What I find saddest, and I'll end it on this. I don't want to end on a sad note, but there's people that you and I both know that after 8 years, they are still stuck in the same sordid condition when they got here. Yes. They did not learn one thing. They refused to change. And here's what I call it. I'm thinking about someone I spoke to just the other day. The gentleman refused to be honest with himself about himself.
Yes.
Everything he faded off to circumstances beyond his control. And I thought that was such a bullshit statement.
I don't
when,
think
dude, the answer is right here.
Yeah.
And if I have a problem or he has a problem, it begins and it ends right here. And granted, there's going to be things beyond your control, an unscheduled illness or a car accident. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about life decisions. I hate to beat it to death, but impulse control or lack of impulse control. And that is what this guy has settled for or has been riddled by the entire time he's here. And he's never once been able to say, you know what, I'm the root cause of this. Every time I talk to him, I go, what's going on? Well, so-and-so did this, and now I'm screwed.
You know, if you make a bad decision, just accept it and try to correct it. You know,
Exactly.
you know, no one's sitting here saying every decision you make is the right decision. We all make wrong decisions. You know,
All day.
I ordered a chicken salad sandwich once, and I should never order that. But you make wrong decisions in life, back home and here. You have to just accept, okay, that was a mistake. I suffer with that. If it costs you money, if it costs you time, if it costs some emotion, you just have to accept it. You have to appreciate yourself first. You have to, you know, when you take a plane ride and they tell you when the oxygen mask comes on, put yours on first before you help somebody. If you're not good and you're not taking care of yourself, you can never help anybody.
Perfect analogy. Absolutely. And I want to end on that. A perfect analogy. Help yourself first. Because if you're not well, you can't help anybody else. All right, kids. We'll see you in the next video.
See you guys. Paul's idea for the red shirts.